So as a leader, you're probably a lot like me, always just reaching for the next thing that could be greater market share, better profit margins, more equity in the firm. And you've probably experienced some measure of success there. But maybe you've also stepped back and asked questions like, am I reaching for the most impactful things in my life? Am I doing it from my deepest self and with my fullest potential at play? Because here's what the research would say, that actually 40% of you is still untapped. And here's what it would mean for a company, that for the average company, for every $2.5 million generated in revenue, there's another million left on the table. I call this the lost ball effect. I'm a baseball guy, so I harken back to the sandlot days, to wiffle ball in the backyard. You got one ball on a summer day, and then someone hits or foul tips the ball over the wrong cranky neighbor's fence. Maybe it's in a thorn bush, or it's up on the second story gutter, or it's in Cujo's clutches. But it's going to take humility. It's going to take ingenuity. It's going to take courage and teamwork to find that ball, to seize it, and then to put it back in play. My name's Dan Diebel, and for the last 25 years, I've given myself to leadership development, people intelligence, predominantly as the pastor of a fairly large church and organization in the Kansas City area. Before that, I was in marketing and business development, and now I'm the owner of Lost Ball Consulting. And I want to invite you into what I'm calling a Lost Ball Cohort. Cohorts go back to the days of Roman military. It's basically a band of brothers, and you might be somebody who's a C-suite executive. You could be a business owner. You could be a developing leader, maybe in that kind of 30-year to 50 years old range of age. And what we're talking about here is coming together, about 6 to 8 of us once a month for 3 hours, where we'll get under the hood in your business and in your life. We'll get out of the box. We'll bring support. We'll bring challenge. We'll do peer processing. We'll ask questions like, man, what's your lost ball right now? What's the personnel issue or the business opportunity that you're trying to kind of figure out, that we can bring our best minds to the table? I will also invest by coaching in you every month, a 90-minute session. I'll be a safe sounding board, a strategic processor, a creative collaborator, a whole life advisor. And then we also use Giant Worldwide's platform, a vast amount of resources, a digital platform that we'll use kind of interchangeably and interdependently as we go along. But what we're doing every single time that we're together is we're bringing into convergence 3 things. Number 1, your personality intelligence. Who are you at your core? What is your deepest why? And let's bring that fully into the light, because there's more to you than just one piece. There's a whole picture to you, and we want to unearth that in you. Number 2 is your emotional intelligence. This really is about raising your relational quotient, which is really about your leadership influence. How do you do that well? And number 3, your skills intelligence. How can you take those that you lead faster, further, and at greater depth by being adaptive to the context you're in, to the markets that you're navigating, by leading others intentionally and proactively, and by being nimble in all the unpredictable ways that we have to lead today. All of these really come together to say, this is the lost ball. You have been given a ball. It's in you. It's your potential. It's your passion. It's your gifts. It's your talents. How are you going to maximize it and keep it in play? So what I want to ask of you is, this is a 12-month journey. It's going to require about 7 hours plus or minus a month. It's $699 a month. But most importantly, I want to ask you to make this a priority, that you arrive and join fully present, bringing your very best to the table, as we all do together. Because we're all in the backyard. We all want to play our best game. And let's find that together. Thanks.